Did you know that the Philadelphia housing market has been one of the most dynamic in the country this year? October brought a notable surge in buyer activity thanks to a dip in mortgage rates, but here we are in November and the landscape is shifting again. Rates have ticked back up to around 7%, which may cool buyer interest in some segments, but the tight inventory is keeping demand alive. If you're eyeing the Bucks, Montgomery, Chester, or Delaware County markets, I'll break down the October stats and what they could mean for you as we head deeper into the fall season. Hey, I'm Jim Stevenson, a realtor here in the Philadelphia suburbs, helping people just like you navigate these changing real estate trends. If you want to discuss how today's market could affect your personal buying or selling plans, feel free to book a call with me using the link in the description. Let's jump into the latest numbers. In the broader Philadelphia metro, the slight dip in mortgage rates to around 6% in September spurred a lot of buyer activity. Contracts signed then closed in October, boosting closed sales by around 10% compared to last year. And as it stands, 2024 is expected to finish with a small but noticeable increase in overall sales compared to 2023, assuming that sellers continue to, they're listing homes at current levels. Active listings have actually increased by 10% year over year, but even with that, we're well below pre-pandemic inventory levels. And the result is a median sale price in the Philadelphia metro, which has climbed to about $380,000. And that's almost 9% higher than this time last year. And this combination of slightly higher inventory and steady buyer demand is keeping the market competitive. So let's dive into the specifics for the Philadelphia suburbs and how each county performed in October. In Bucks County, we saw a solid increase in closed sales, up about 7% from last year, and the median price here reached $470,000, which is a 5% gain from October of last year. The market speed in Bucks County has stayed steady, with homes selling in about 9 days on average, just a day longer than last year. And this quick turnaround shows that despite rising prices, there's still a lot of buyer demand. For sellers, this is an excellent time to consider listing, as demand is outpacing available inventory. And for buyers, moving fast is essential. Pre-approval and a strong negotiating strategy are crucial, especially with homes going under contract quickly. Switching over to Montgomery County, it's clear this area has been one of the strongest markets around Philadelphia. Closed sales were up by a significant 13%, while the median price rose to around $440,000, an increase of 5% from last October. Homes here are moving off the market in an average of 10 days, which is just as fast as Bucks County. Montgomery County is known for its mix of urban and suburban lifestyles, making it a hotspot for both young professionals and families looking for more space. The county also has a diverse range of properties, from affordable starter homes to higher end listings, which has helped attract a wide variety of buyers. And with rates now back up to around 7%, some buyers might experience tighter budgets, but for those ready to make a move, Montgomery County remains an attractive option. Sellers here are still very much in control of the market, especially for homes priced under $500,000, which is definitely the sweet spot. Chester County also saw a remarkable October, with closed sales soaring by around 19%. This was the highest increase across the suburban counties, and the median price in Chester County climbed to approximately $525,000, up almost 6% year over year. Homes are selling quickly, typically within 9 days, underscoring the strong demand for the area. And Chester County's appeal lies in its combination of beautiful landscapes, excellent school districts, and a balance of suburban and rural communities. Buyers are actively seeking properties here, especially with the rise in remote work, which has made more rural areas desirable for that extra space and privacy. And sellers in Chester County can be confident that if their homes are well prepared and priced right, they're likely to receive, those strong offers quickly. Lastly, we have Delaware County, which showed a mix of results. Closed sales here rose by about 13%, but it's interesting to see that homes are spending a bit longer on the market, around 12 days on average, which is up by about 4 days from last year. Median sale price hit $353,000, up nearly 9% from last year. Delaware County is a popular choice for buyers looking for a balance of affordability and convenience to Philadelphia. And the slightly longer days on market in Delaware suggests that, buyers may have a bit more negotiating room in certain areas. Sellers here will still see demand, especially in the entry-level price points, but pricing the property right is really key to moving quickly in this market. Overpricing could mean a longer time on market, and with mortgage rates at around 7%, that could be a risk. So what's the big picture as we head into the final stretch of 2024? The recent rate dip we saw in September was a welcome break for buyers, but with rates now back up, around 7%, affordability may become a concern for some. However, this remains a fantastic time for sellers to capitalize on the high demand, especially if they're ready to make a move quickly. For buyers, the key is to be fully prepared. Know your budget, get pre-approved, and work with an experienced agent to help you navigate this competitive market. Locking in a lower rate, even slightly below 7%, could mean substantial long-term savings on your mortgage, but you'll need to act quickly. If you're curious about how these trends might impact your buying or selling plans, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to help. And if you're interested in how state-level initiatives could affect your market, check out my video on Pennsylvania's $400 million PA Sites program. This program is set to attract major companies to the area, which could have a big impact on your property values across the region. You can watch it by clicking right here. See you in the next one.